Hello YouTubers, welcome back to GQ Auto Diagnostics and Repair, where my job is to save you money. This morning I'm working on a 2002 Honda Civic. It's a coupe, two-door, four-cylinder automatic, front-wheel drive. And one of the things that we're going to be working on it is to fix, actually replace the struts, the front struts. And originally we were thinking about replacing just the strut mount, right? After we, before we look at it closely, because right here at the top of the strut mount, it is torn both sides, and when you turn your steering wheel side to side, you can hear it squeaking, but when you go over bumps, you can hear a lot of clunking because this part is not doing its job any longer. And we thought, okay, the strut mount, no problem. But after we got any closer here, I started looking at it here. You see here it's a little, it's dry, but there it's shiny. So the strut mount, this one, the driver's side, is leaking oil. Okay, so that is the reason we are going to replace the whole thing instead of just the strut mount, because there's no point put a good part on a bad part. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna bring you here to the video, and these are the things that we're going to use. Number one, we're gonna remove the tie rod end. Okay, first of all, we're gonna need, here are some of the tools that we're gonna be needing here. I need this, come here, comes out, put it on the side, 17 millimeter, grab it, break it loose. Don't remove it all the way, just keep it there. Okay, next we're going to remove the brake hose. This is going to be this bolt right here, and I believe that is 12 millimeter. Let me place my camera in an area that you guys can see. All right, so I'm gonna be in the, I try to not to be in the way. This is a 12 millimeter. Use what you have. You can use a wrench, you can use this is not gonna work. Open the cap. Okay. 1 millimeter, that goes there. This comes to the side. Next, these are going to be 19 millimeter. So you're gonna need a 19 millimeter socket of 3/4 of an inch and a wrench as well. Okay, right here, so we can hold it like this. Here. Move. Okay, let's do one thing first, okay, before we keep going forward. Right, so now here we're gonna tap. I'm gonna use the old-fashioned hammer. That's why you have to keep that nut there, in case you miss, you don't hit the thread and create more work for yourself. Okay. Tire end seems to be okay. Wood's a little dry. Now you can hear that. that come from the strut mount. So there you go. Okay, now on this, what we're going to be using, let me switch stuff here. We are going to be using the loaded strut assembly. This is the part. Okay, quick disclaimer, I'm not getting compensated by door loss. This is the part that I'm using. This is the left side. This is the right side. Let's open it up. Alright. It's always a good practice to double check. Make sure that everything looks correct. So this goes to the back of the car. Okay. Here's where the brake line goes. And usually here they might have an L right or something, but not in this case. But anyhow, new spring, strut mount, new strut, we should be good. I want to thank you again for my friends from AutoZone. Before I forget, you know, they're so kind and give me a good, they brought the parts here and they give me a good discount so I can pass it along to the customer and allow the customer to save money and be able to afford the repair and allow me to have the job. So guys, Hector, all the guys in AutoZone there, I appreciate it. Brian, David, and Les, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting people. I know, try to be respectful to you guys. I do appreciate you all. Tiffany, and there's one more that I can't remember at the moment. Well, anyhow, thank you guys. Okay, so here what we're gonna do is very important. When we remove this, the 2 bolts, the rotor and the spindle is gonna try to come this way, okay, away from the vehicle. We want to work on preventing this happening, because what happened, the CB axle can come apart inside. Even if you boot, keep it together, it can come apart. And sometimes depending on the axle, some of that here or over there, okay. So not only here, the inside part of the shaft, the axle, the inner axle can come apart, and sometimes some of the bearings can come apart, and you can try to push it back and you can, but on occasion those bearings comes apart. When you take the vehicle for a test ride, you're gonna have a vibration because the axle came apart inside. Then you're gonna have to do more work. Okay, so keep that in mind. You don't want to do extra work that you don't need to. Okay, here, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start with the top here, the 3 bolts. I'll put this right here. Now, very, very important. Do not take the nut in the middle. Stay away from that. 1, 2, and 3. Those are the ones that you want. Don't remove this one. You're gonna create a lot of problems. Okay, so 14 millimeter. Okay, so now with my other hand, I'm gonna support that axle, that strut, so I can just prevent it from just dropping. Here's gonna be the tricky part. Just at 1. Oh, okay. Look like camera's fine. Now it's there. It's gonna drop a little. Now with my legs, I'm kind of holding that a little. Okay, supporting preventing it from coming this way. See how the tendency is to come towards me? I don't want that. And this, you want to make sure you're careful, because you don't want the axle, the strut, drop into the boot of the axle and cut your cut your boot because of the weight. So let's put this to the side. You can also put the floor jack here underneath, and I forgot about doing it. Both of the bolts at the same, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, which can goes where? Now, and of course this is 15 millimeter. Imagine that. I really don't want to walk away from this. Ah, there you go. Whew. Done. You know, on many occasions it's good to have somebody else help you, but gotta do what you can with what you have. Come on. Two there. Just put the floor jack underneath. It'll be a lot easier. Just now you hear no squeaky noise when you turn the strut. Now to snug the ones on the top, I'm going to use the ratchet, so that way I don't have to those are snug there. Now, I'm going to snug everything. Now we'll torque all the bolts later. I've got to do the other side, and I don't want to make the video super long. Snug. Snug. Perfect. 12 millimeter. Noise, no like squeaky noise. Alright guys, if you like the video so far, if you stay with me, please leave your comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. I will definitely appreciate it. So as usual, God bless, do your best, forget the rest, and I will see you in the next video. Later.